People stopping it all the time.
So people been talking about you. They like, she about to be lit. She about to tear it up.
We'll see. My name is Latina Hazard. I am 32 years old, and I currently live in DC. I know that my first date I was in junior high, so I had to be like 11.
You had dating in junior high?
I know. Yeah, back then I guess.
How you do that?
It was like group dates.
Okay.
You go like on individual dates, it was group dates, and we went to the movies. I got dragged.
You got dragged? You a wing woman?
Yeah. At 11, I was the wing woman with my friends, so I didn't want to go. I didn't really start dating until I was like in my 20s, maybe.
Really? What happened through high school and college age?
I wouldn't say my life was rough, but I would say that I had a life where I had to focus on other things. The reason I really didn't date in high school, it was like, I just felt like the black men were mean to me. And so then I was interested in white men, but they weren't interested in me, you know.
They weren't interested in you.
Mm-hmm. And so then it was just like, well, I really didn't have any options. I was smart, so I was considered an Oreo. Called an Oreo a lot. But I didn't go outside because I didn't want to get darker.
Wow.
I didn't. I always got my hair permed. I hated like anything having to like associated with being a black girl. Which is completely opposite now, but back then it was like I just didn't want to be dark. I always wanted my hair straightened. I always hung out with white people. I didn't have that many black friends back then, like when I was younger. So
that's why you were into white boys.
Mostly. And they just they were nicer. I did have a boyfriend my senior year of high school, but it wasn't really much because I had a lot of family things going on. I grew up in foster care. It wasn't really until I left for the military that I started actually dating and doing all of that stuff. I started dating, I guess, right after boot camp. I was like, you're by yourself. I was 19. I was out the house. I only dated white guys when I first joined the Navy, and dated this guy for like a year and a half. And then it was like right before I got out the Navy, and that was like probably my first like substantial relationship, I guess.
Did dating white guys give you a sense of acceptance that you didn't have with black guys?
No, I felt like I had a code switch a lot more.
Okay.
Because like after I like left Massachusetts, I made a lot more black friends in the military. And I just felt like I was always having a code switch between them and him, and like I had to explain a lot more, or like why my hair looked this way one day and not the next, or why I spoke one way with my friends and I had to switch it up when I was with his friends. It was a lot of work for me. It was a lot of work, and it made me realize, one, I didn't really know who I was as a black woman, and that I probably should take a step back and be like, what does it mean to be black? Because I hated myself for so long that I had to step into who I was as a black woman.
So you went from not really hanging out with black girls, not really dating black boys, dating white guys, and then going to the military, only dating white guys, and then being in a relationship with a white guy, and then you went to Purview, HBCU in Texas.
Yes, it definitely was different. I wasn't at all by any means used to that many black people in one area. It was great though. I mean, I was only there for a semester, then I transferred to Howard. But when I was in Texas, just being able to meet more African Americans, get to know, learn about rap music.
Learn about rap music at 20 years old.
Yeah, it was like 24.
24 years old, learning about rap music.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing because people would be like, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj or something like that. I'd be like, who? No idea. I'm still learning. Honestly, I am. I listen to it here and there, but not really. Like even because I was on a ship when I was in the Navy and I was in Japan, so I really never kept up with music in the United States. And so for me, it was just like a whole different culture, and that I was just really interested in wanting to get to know. And that's why I decided to go to a HBC when I moved back to. Because I really was adamant about getting to know who I was as a black woman. But yeah, I was interested. So then I really started dating black men. Unfortunately for me, since I had already had a career, I felt like I was not on the same track as many of the black men that I was meeting in Texas. But then I transferred to Howard. And I guess
you still weren't on the same track
at all.
Because if you're a 24-year-old sophomore in Howard, you hanging out with 21-year-olds or like 18, 19-year-old, 19, 20-year-olds.
And that's what. So like I didn't stay on campus, so I didn't really get to meet a lot of people. And then the only real friends I made at Howard were transfers who were my age. So like I said, it was very, and I don't want to say this generation because I'm a new generation, but I guess the lower half of the generation, to me, they always just seemed like they never felt like they had to work for anything. They always felt entitled, especially the men. Like they felt like if I take you on a date, then you owe me. I don't owe you anything. So it was just really hard, like, and it's kind of for older men too, because I dated both. I've dated older and younger while I was at Howard, and it was just like that sense of entitlement. I just didn't understand it. Well, for me, I'm gonna just talk for me. I can't talk about everyone else.
Please talk about you.
Sex is very important to me. So if I'm dating you, depending on how long I'm dating, we're gonna be sleeping together. There has to be sexual chemistry.
Okay.
That it has to be good. And so if it's not good, it's not gonna work. I can't commit to you without what do they call it? Tasting the water first.
Testing the waters.
Testing the water first. Mm-hmm. Because if the sex is trash, it's just not gonna happen.
Are you a very sexual person?
Yep.
Okay. So let's examine that. When did that kick off?
Well, I can be real, right? So I was what should you say? I was molested. Can I put that? Can I say that on this?
If you would, if it's your story.
It is my story. So when I was first joined the Navy, I got raped by 2 guys. And at that point I had been a virgin, so I didn't really know what sex was. And
2 guys, differently at the same time?
Same time.
Wow.
Same outside of the party. And then I didn't really never tell anyone that, so I think I repressed that. And so I was very, very, very deeply troubled.
White guys or black guys?
They were white.
Okay.
And so I was really troubled by it. And I got really depressed and insecure. And so then I started thinking sex was the only way to get attention. So for a long time, that's all I did. I would have sex just for attention. Mm-hmm. That's I wasn't a prostitute or anything, but I would just go out there and I felt like that was the only way for me to attract men. It took me down a long, depressing road, a really long, depressing road. I was suicidal for a while. I started drinking heavily. It's when my trust issues started really developing. So I didn't trust people. It didn't matter who they were. They could be saying they just want to be friends with me or whatever. I'd be like, I don't trust what you're telling me. I didn't trust anybody for a long time, for years actually. I think I'm just slowly getting out of the distrust phase. But I was in Japan and I found a group of older people who just went to church a lot and they prayed a lot. And so I did that, not consistently, not consistently. So that helped a little bit, trying to rebuild my relationship with God. I think I only did it for 3 months, and I was when I first got to the ship, I was probably almost 21, and then I just fell off, and I didn't go back to church for 5 years maybe. I just got distracted. I was young. I was introduced to alcohol and sex consistently with one person. I just got distracted. So I moved to Texas. Like I said, that's when I started dating black guys. But then I was still in the mindset of I have to be sexual with them to get their attention. So then I was just sleeping with men. And then I met my mentor, who's still my mentor till this day. She's basically that I had a great story, that she doesn't understand why I'm in Texas, that I need to immediately move to DC and apply to Howard. So that's what I did. When you look back and you realize you were praying for something, but you didn't allow God to move, you decided to move for yourself. Right. And I think that's what happened in my last relationship. God prayed about it for a long time, but I think I was getting impatient. So I forced a relationship that shouldn't have been forced. Okay. And then looking back on it, I realized that patience and persistence through God is very important. Because I don't want to say I wasted a good 1.5 years of my life, but I could have been doing more for myself instead of more for him. Because I spent the 1.5 years trying to push him to do better, trying to push him to do all this stuff, and I was mentally exhausted and I was tired all the time, and I had other things I should have been focused on, right? So I think that's why I'm who I am right now, today, because I realized this is the only life you get. Do you really want to spend your whole life trying to push someone else to be who you want them to be? Or do you just want to work on yourself and be the person that God has developed you to be?
Why did you feel that you needed, why did you feel that you had to push that person to be who either you thought they should be, instead of, because a lot of your story is about you seeking attention and the attention coming on you. So how did the shift to go to, I want to build this person up?
I thought that if I built him up, he would pay more attention to me.
So you still wanted to be about you. So you were like, oh, if I build him up, then he'll realize how great I am, and then he will accept me.
Yes.
Wow.
It was more like maybe if I help him out, maybe if I do this for him, if I do this for him, he'll pay attention to me. If I do this, he'll pay attention. He'll give me more love. He'll love me. He'll stay. Being a dating game is that's not even a word, it's not a verb or anything, but that's how it is. I really like this guy. I really liked him, but I don't know why he's just so unavailable. And I tell my friends all the time, like, they're like, Tina, you keep talking about him, but you always say every day you're done with him. And I'm like, I know I do. I say it every day, but I'm not. I keep putting myself in the same position I was with my ex. Like, just be patient, keep praying on it. All I ask from him is like to be communicative with me. So like if I text you, text me back. If I call me back. Like a little bit of effort is all I ask, and he couldn't do that. For me, I don't want to have sex with random people anymore. For me, it's like if we're having sex, it's because we're gonna be intimate with each other and in a relationship. Otherwise, I'm good. But I'm not gonna lie, I do have my one guy on retainer. In case it gets those hard months, you have to have one person on retainer. I would say to be patient and to not force relationships that aren't meant to be forced. Patience is key because you're growing as a person, and so is the person you're trying to date. And sometimes they're going to be busy, and sometimes they're not going to have time to go out because they're trying to grow and develop as well. You just have to understand that and be okay with that, because you also are trying to grow and develop as a person in your career and figure out what you want family-wise and financially, emotionally, spiritually. So allow each other to grow and be patient as you do.
That's good. Do you follow that advice?
No, I do not.
Okay. You said it so confidently that I was like, she doesn't do any of that.
Any of it. But if someone would have told me when I was in my mid-20s to be patient and allow God to work through me, and
I'm sure somebody told you that, though.
And I listened to it.
Okay. So you mean to say if I would have listened to the people who told me, yeah.
If I would have listened, I think I'm really happy where my life is right now. You know, I just graduated from law school and that. So, but had I listened and I let God work through me and been patient, I think it would have been.
Why are you happy with where your life is now?
Like I said, I don't want to say I had a really rough childhood, but I was always told when I was younger that I was not going to make it.
Okay.
And I did. And I'm just thankful because I grew up in foster care, and so everyone said I was going to be a statistic, and I did not turn out to be a statistic, and I'm thankful for that every day, to God, every day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Follow us on any of our social media platforms and leave a comment below and let us know what you think. It helps us create the content that you want to see.